So I just want to rerun this video because for some reason I don't think people really seen it. Like I only got 3 or 4 views, but it's basically 10 questions that I get asked all the time from Amazon FBA sellers from Ireland that want to get started. So that's for you. Just watch this video. All right, folks. So I want to run through the top 10 questions I get asked by Amazon FBA sellers in Ireland, or rather people that want to start from Ireland, right? So first thing is, how do I register for VAT in Ireland for Amazon FBA? Folks, by and large, you do not need to register for VAT in Ireland because your goods are not being dispatched from Ireland and you're not making a lot of sales in Ireland. So again, consult your own tax advisors, but my experience, you do not need to register for VAT in Ireland, right? What are the best products to sell on Amazon from Ireland? Ultimately, as we're using Amazon FBA services fulfilled by Amazon, it doesn't matter. There's no specific products to be selling from Ireland because we're not going to be dispatching the goods from Ireland. So ultimately, like everyone else, it comes down to the products we identify in our research that we believe there's sufficient profit and demand for. Okay. How do I handle shipping and logistics from Amazon in Ireland? Again, folks, we are not dispatching the goods from Ireland. This is a global business, and we're going to be sending goods to Amazon in the US, in the UK, in Europe, in Canada, but most importantly, not in Ireland. So again, you don't need to worry about that. Ultimately, you'll never likely have to handle the goods yourself, bar checking some samples to make sure they're okay before you place an order. Are there any specific legal requirements for selling on Amazon from Ireland? Nope. This is like any other business. There are no specific legal requirements that I'm aware of that you need to be mindful of when selling from Amazon. Sorry, from Ireland on Amazon. What am I saying? Any fees associated with Amazon FBA for sellers based in Ireland? The one fee that's worth bearing in mind, it's not really a fee, but it's the fact that you are not based in the United Kingdom. And if that is going to be your base country for sales and you're using your Irish entity, you will have to register for VAT, or rather you won't get the £85,000 VAT threshold. So just to be aware that whether that's a UK company set up or an Irish company, in most situations, you will need to register for that. You'll need to pay VAT from sales from day one, okay? How can I optimize my listings to increase sales on Amazon FBA? Ultimately, just make sure you have really good search terms, make sure you have really good creative, and you're optimized, right? So put in search terms that people are searching for. So, keywords that people are typing into search on Amazon for the product, make sure they're in your listing. Likewise, make sure that you're creative in terms of your images, and in terms of your A+ content is top notch, and you will have no problem. Again, what are the tax implications of selling on Amazon FBA as an Irish business? So there's no real tax obligations in terms of, paying VAT to the Irish government on your sales, because you will likely be registered for VAT in the UK, or you'll be registered for VAT in Germany if that's where you're dispatching goods from, or wherever. So that would be where you pay VAT. Just general good business practice. So make sure that, you keep records for all your transactions, that you pay your corporation tax on your profits. That's what you will have to pay to the Irish government. Just standard business stuff, really. Like there's no extra requirements as such, right? How to manage returns and customer service from Ireland. Again, returns are handled by Amazon because this is fulfilled by Amazon, so they will take care of that. In terms of customer service, again, Amazon take care of the bulk of it. Now, if your goods are quite specific or unique or complicated, maybe you'll have your own customer service team to deal with technical aspects of the goods. But by and large on Amazon, people just return the goods, and that's a service that we are paying for, and they will take care of that. So again, being based in Ireland doesn't really make any huge difference. The goods will not be dispatched to you. And actually, that's worth actually bearing in mind, actually. If someone in the UK returns an item to the Amazon Fulfillment Center, usually what we were able to do prior to the Brexit and then the Northern Ireland Protocol, we were able to dispatch the goods directly to Northern Ireland, not to the Republic of Ireland, but to Northern Ireland. We were able to dispatch the goods. Now, unfortunately, if it's UK based, it will only be to GB addresses. That's what I'm finding at the moment. So it'll be the same for the Republic of Ireland. You won't be able to get your goods or your returns rather dispatched to the Republic of Ireland. So you'll have to send them to a third party warehouse in GB, so Scotland, England, or Wales,
or you'll just ask Amazon either to sell them on again on your behalf or to dispose of them. Just worth bearing in mind, right? Can you sell internationally using Amazon FBA from Ireland? So absolutely. This is a global business. If I depended just on my Irish customers, I'd be rather quiet. So we will be sending goods ideally into the UK, into the US, perhaps into Canada, and perhaps into Europe. It's also worth bearing in mind, for example, if we send goods to the UK, sometimes those goods can actually be forwarded on to a customer in Europe, with Amazon taking care of removing the UK VAT and then, charging the customer the tax and VAT in their respective countries. If the goods are to be physically sent, so for example, we send goods physically to Germany to an Amazon fulfillment center in Germany, my experience, you have to register for German VAT and do a VAT return there on a regular basis. But again, as a beginner, I would probably pick one main market. So for example, let's go with the UK, send your goods there, and that will work 9 times out of 10 for us when we're testing things out, right? Common pitfalls for an Irish Amazon FBA seller. So I know there's a pitfalls, but we need to think about beyond Ireland. I find sometimes we think about what the Irish consumer wants, and I think we should really be thinking about, well, not so much what the Irish consumer wants, but rather where is the demand and what does the global consumer want? What are the trends? And we should try and fulfill that demand instead of trying to design something that might work in an Irish market but won't work anywhere else. Because, you can be a big fish in a small pond, maybe the Irish market, but I'd rather be a small fish in a much bigger pond. For example, the UK market or the European market, say Germany or the US, whatever, and using the likes of Amazon to fulfill my orders to my customers in those regions. And I actually probably would do a lot better. So again, if I was, as I said, if I was to depend on my Irish consumers, I wouldn't sell a whole pile. I'd sell some things, but not a lot. Whereas if I can sell consistent supply to those larger markets, you could be talking 10, 15, 20 sales a day, depending on the item. Sometimes more, sometimes less, but it's about consistency. And that just wouldn't happen with Ireland. So we just need to look at that and think beyond Ireland. And if we do that, we'll be very successful in this game. Guys, if you're interested in doing this and you want to learn more about it, there's a link up above where you can see ways to work with me. I do have a program called the Academy. It's a monthly coaching program whereby I help you do just this and launch your own Amazon FBA private label business. So that's there. There's also an Amazon club. There's different ways we can interact further. If you have any questions, put them down below in the comments. Please subscribe, like the video, all that kind of good stuff. It makes a good difference, and I will talk to you soon. Take care.